Hello. I was reading this morning and I read this verse in this book that I was listening to. Close my windows. And it said, "How blessed is everyone who fears the Lord, who walks in his ways, for this causes your children to grow like olive plants around your table." And I thought, well, what does that mean? What do olive plants around your table mean? So I Googled it, of course, like I do everything else that I talk to you about, and I learned about olive trees. So olive trees are very long-lived, and the oldest is 2,000 years, and they still are producing fruit. So they're like super old trees. But what happens is that the wood at the center of the tree starts to disintegrate and leaves this large, like a hollow place inside of the tree. And so in order to ensure their safety, what happens is that it sends up new shoots from the roots, and these small young trees, they surround the parent tree, and they serve as a windbreak and help to protect the tree from the in the center, the tree that's in the center, so they protect it. So the children who surround and support their older parents, if we've done a good job as parents and as adult children caring for our own parents when they need us, then we can expect our children to follow the same example we have set for them. So I thought that was really interesting. We know that investing is about taking something and planning it somewhere else to get a reward later. So like for retirement, we might take money that we could blow on things now and enjoy today, or we could set it aside in some form of investment plan so that the seed grows into a tree that will feed us when we retire. So the same principle applies when we invest the time and effort and energy that's required to build a godly family. Olive plants also take 16 to 18 years of careful cultivation, of pruning and watering, and during that time they typically don't bear very much fruit until after their 18th year. Then they start producing lots of fruit for many, many years to come. So that gives us a reason to persevere, not be weary in doing good, like when it's hard. We put all the effort, all the investment into that tree, and for years it occupies a part of your orchard. It takes investment and work. It doesn't bear any fruit, but then one day, just as God had always planned long, long ago, the tree produces olives. So when we invest in our family and invest in our children, and it goes on day after day, week after week, year after year, and it seems hard, there's so much more at the end of this than just the olives that first came out of the first tree. There's much more. The investment in these little olive shoots sitting around the table of the parents who fear God, who honor God, these parents who are prepared to invest day after day are going to bear fruit in a little while. Fruit that will last for generations, your children's children. So I love seeing the fruit that's growing in my own children's lives, seeing them making their way in this world, rising up to be people who God made them to be. So I want to encourage you today that the investment of building a godly family is one we will never, ever regret. It is worth it. So I have 7 ways to invest in your kids. If you would like those, shoot me a message and I will get those out to you. Thanks.